Hello, project managers and mail experts. Welcome back to my YouTube channel again, where I cover practical M&A and project planning and management. So today in my video, I'm going to cover a project work plan, how to come up with one, and how to develop a project work plan. So what is a project work plan? A project work plan is a detailed project management tool that is designed to assist organizations to plan, program, monitor, and manage implementation of project activities effectively. It can also be defined as an outline that defines project goals, objectives, scheduled activities, inputs, expected outputs, performance indicators, means of verification, durations, responsible persons, and assumptions. So why a project work plan? A project work plan communicates major phases and milestones and includes descriptions of individual tasks involved. It's a planning tool which helps project managers to determine the order in which activities will be implemented. A work plan translates the strategic objectives of an organization into specific activities and tasks to be undertaken by either an employee, a team of staff in a given period. The work plan further indicates what is to be achieved at different stages of the plan, given the available resources. So why work plans? Work plans set out how a project will achieve its goals. They help prevent or convert the big picture goals into smaller, more manageable outcomes and tasks. Work plans help ensure that skills, experience, and resources brought together by the partnership are used efficiently and sustainably. The most effective work plans acknowledge time constraints or other restrictions and set out simple, realistic strategies. Note for my mail experts and project coordinators that your work plan should be based on the logical framework or result matrix. It should be clear on the time frames. It should be based on the project phases. Let's say a project, maybe it's a program like an eco schools program that runs in phases, like a 3-year phase. You should be able to define that maybe this project work plan is running for project phase 2021 to 2023. Should be based on the governance or coordination roles. The overall objective of development work plans is to present a harmonious guide for the implementation of project activities in a specific period. So when you're developing work plans, what should you consider? You should clearly define your goals and outcomes. Goals are broad and discuss general intentions, while outcomes refer to the results, product, or services that will be achieved. Outcomes are tangible and can be measured. When you're defining your activities, list what tasks will be used to achieve the outcome. The responsibilities. These establish which individual teams will be responsible for implementing activities. Costs. These provide an indication of an activity costs and what kind of resources need to be assigned for it to be completed. Then evaluation ensures that measures to assess the effectiveness of an activity are included in the plans, such as recording achievements or collecting data or the reporting frameworks. The linkage in developing a work plan or work planning. First, you should look at the strategic organization goals. These come from the strategic work plan of an organization. So you should be able to look at the strategic work plan of an organization. And under that, look at the priority themes or theme areas that also are indicated always in the strategic plan of an organization. Then the project charter. Then from there, develop an annual work plan from it. Then from the annual work plan, departmentals can be able to develop a departmental work plan. Then set your targets, that is the individual performance agreement of when will you achieve these activities you set out in the work plan. After that, they should be able to have a quarterly reporting or reporting formats that maybe in this quarter we've done these and these activities. Let's report on them. Let's evaluate, have we achieved all of the activities? How's the progress? Do we need to change something? Yeah. Then after, there are reward or sanctions or other interventions. Basic components of work plans. One is the project definition, leadership and coordination, deliverables, and the implementation schedule. Basic components of an implementation plan. One we talked of is a project definition or a project phases. In here, you should be asking yourself, what is this project aiming to achieve? Why is it important to achieve it? How and when will it achieve it? And how will I know if we have achieved? Those are the quick questions you should be asking yourself when you're defining your project or the project phases. And the governance and leadership, you should be asking yourself, what's the leadership, coordination issues, who will be coordinating these particular activities, and the donor implementer relationship. In some cases, you are supposed to share these implementation plans with your donors, and they're supposed to review the activities you put and the particular outcomes correlating to them or particular outputs. Do they need a deduction in the costs you've indicated? Are some of these activities supposed to be done concurrently? Are they proceeding like that? So donors sometimes issue out and outside such issues. And deliverables. These must be associated with each phase, and they should be measurable, tangible, and verifiable. So basically, the implementation schedule is an outline of what the project will be delivering and when. It may include major phases of the work, the logical sequence of events over time, activities for each deliverable, key milestones, who is responsible for each major activity, resources needed where necessary. So key guiding questions you should be able to look at when you're designing your implementation schedule. You can ask yourself what are the activities or tasks that must be carried out. When will the activities be implemented? What is the possible time each activity should take place? What is the order or sequence in which the tasks should be implemented? What are the resources required for each task to be accomplished? What are the critical activities on the program or project, and how long should the project take? So the questions above help the project implementers to select the starting activities or the preceding activities. So these are activities that must first be completed before others can start. You as a project implementer should be able to identify those activities when you're coming up with your implementation schedule. Then the succeeding activities, those activities that can be implemented only after the preceding activities. Then the concurrent activities, those that can only be implemented at the same time. So let's say an example of succeeding activities is it may be that one of your activities is to distribute sanitary towels to schools, and you also have an activity of training schools in production of sanitary towels. So the first activity should be the training in the production of sanitary towels, reusable sanitary pads or towels, and then the next should be, or the succeeding activity should be the distribution of the reusable sanitary pads to the schools. Then concurrent activities, as I said earlier, it's those that can be implemented at the same time. So let's say you have a training of the participants, the district officials, schools, head teachers, community members in the different districts, like 3 districts of Uganda, let's say Kampala, Wakiso, and Busoga, yeah, Busanda. So you may decide that instead of having this activity of training in 3 days, we can do it concurrently. If we have 3 trainers, each one of us trains participants from the different districts, and this is done in 1 day. So you're doing that activity concurrently. So you as a project implementer or coordinator should be able to identify all of the activities, when you want to implement them, how long it will take, for these activities to be implemented, and which are the activities that should come first and those that should come next and last. So the implementation schedule helps us to identify the precedence relationships by clearly spelling out which activities depend on each other, which ones are preceding, succeeding, or concurrent. It determines the time duration, stating activities and the finish time. It presents, you can also present them diagrammatically in a table format or a Gantt chart. Format of a project work plan. So this is a general format. There are very many different formats of project work plans. You can look them up. Also, different organizations have different formats of project work plans, but this is the general format. So you can just pick components to include in your project work plan. A key takeaway that as you watch this video, you can go back and also develop a project work plan for either your project, your organization, where you work, and share. So one is should include the project objectives, the project activities, the project inputs, the expected outputs, performance indicators, means of verification, location of the activity, cost of the activity, source of funding, time frame, responsible persons, and assumptions. So that's the overall format of a project work plan. But in this video, I have a format which doesn't include all those components, but you can also come up with your own project work plan. As I said, there are very many formats. So looking at this project work plan 1, we have you can indicate your organization. This is just a template I came up with. Your organization, the date of the work plan, is it 2023 work plan? If it's a department, you indicate your department. Maybe this is the Department of Education or Health or any department you're working in, then the department leader. So in column 1, we have the index number, and the activity indicates this is the activity I'm going to be doing. The performance indicator for this activity. Let's say the activity is training 50 schools in the production of sanitary towels or pads, reusable sanitary pads. And the performance indicator should be maybe 50 schools trained in the production of sanitary pads, reusable sanitary pads. Then in the time frame, you indicate that this activity will be implemented in Q1 of 2023 or Q2 or Q3. As I said, the relationship with the implementation schedule. When do you hope to implement these activities, and which activities come first and come last? And indicate the responsible persons for that particular activity. The anticipated budget, will it take 5 million? You indicate then the source of funding, who will be able to fund that budget. So this is it in my video today about project work plans. In the next video, I should be looking at the project budgets. But today, let's end it at that. like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Kindly share my videos. I'm so grateful. I'll be very grateful. Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you.